My dear students, I hope you all have gone through the video and most of you all have solved these answers and submitted your solutions over here. Now I first will try to explain you. Most of you all have done it right and you have understood it. Now when we come over here, corresponding angles are one that go with making L, which can be of any form, but they have to be in the same form. When I talk about angle QWR, the QWR is going in this fashion. Corresponding angle of QWR will be another who is going in this fashion. If I move down, it is WVS. Angle WVS is the right one for this. TVU. Angle TVU is like this. It is this type of an L. So I will have to go up and search this type of an L. It will be PWV. That will be angle PWV will be, these both are corresponding angles to each other. Remember, they are corresponding to each other. Angle RWV. Angle RWV is going in this fashion. Something of this sort. So I will have to go down and search for this. That will be angle SVU. Angle SVU. Then alternate angles are always making a Z in this fashion, or it can be of this fashion. Of course, it can be even like this. It can be even like this, if anyone. Okay, so angle RWV, now it is going from here, angle RWV. To complete the Z, I will go back to W, angle WVT, angle WVT. These are alternate interior angles. Angle PWV, this will become WVS, angle WVS. They are alternate interior angles. And now we go to angle PWV, interior angles. The interior angles will be making C of any sort, like this or this way. The angle PWV, again I will have to go to WV, and then to make C I will have to go angle WVT. Angle RWV, I will have to go angle WVS. This will be C, angle WVS. So this is how, and most of you all students have understood this. This is very nice. Sorry, my dear students. Now let us go to the next topic. Okay. See, my dear students, this is basically, first before proceeding further, try to understand that these angles, they exist whenever two lines are cut by one transversal. Remember, this is a transversal, and this is very important that we have to make out that what is a transversal and all. Whenever two lines are cut by a transversal, then corresponding angles are formed. Alternate angles are there. Interior angles are there. They are there. They don't have any much property other than that. Now comes the real picture, which again has to go forward. See, there are two things now. At that time, two things can happen. When these are the lines that we had in the previous paper. P, R, Q, W, V, S, U, T. See, when the lines are anyhow, either this line PR and TS will be anyhow, or they will be exactly parallel to each other. This will be same picture, PR, Q, W, V, T, S. See, either the lines will be parallel, like this, they are parallel lines, and then we have a transversal, or the lines will not be parallel. Whether the lines are parallel or the lines are not parallel, remember, corresponding angles exist, alternate angles exist, and interior angles exist. They are there, but they don't have any relation among them. When the lines are not parallel, they don't have any specific relation among them. But if lines are parallel, then they have a relation among them. Remember, when lines are parallel, when parallel lines are cut by a transversal. When parallel lines are cut by the transversal, at that time the pairs of corresponding angles formed are congruent. They will be congruent to each other. Similarly, alternate angles, actually whether they are alternate interior angles or alternate exterior angles, that doesn't make a much difference. They are also congruent. Except to interior angles, which make a C, they will be supplementary. Remember that now the equations will get generating. See, before this, what we have learned, we have to only understand the relations between the corresponding angles. Which two angles are called as corresponding angles? Which two angles are called as alternate angles? Which two angles are called as interior angles? Once you understand that these two angles are corresponding angles, now if I go back, see, we had that angle QWR. Now they have given line in the question. This should be given line PR is parallel to line TS. This should be given in question, or you will have to prove it by one or the other method, by one other way. Some or the other property we have to use, and we have to prove these two lines are parallel. Only when you have got that PR is parallel to TS, now you can tell angle QWR, angle, of course you'll have to write here first, line PR parallel to line TS, comma, what is the transversal? QU as transversal. This everything we have to write, my dear students. Which two lines are parallel and which is a transversal? Then angle QWR is corresponding to which angle? QWR goes like this, angle WVS. They will be congruent. This will get generated. Before this, we have written a comma between them. There was a comma, there was no relation between them. They just existed. But now they have got a relation between them. QWR will be congruent to WVS. What was the other one? TVU. Now see, angle TVU. We will have to search for another angle traveling in this fashion. Angle TVU. This is traveling like this. The other one will go PWV. Will be congruent to angle PWV. And one more was there, angle TVU, we finished, angle RWV. Angle RWV is traveling like this. So another angle RWV is congruent to angle SVU. It will be congruent now. Angle RWV is congruent to angle SVU. This you will get, and the reasons that you will write is straight corresponding angles. Congruent or corresponding angles property. Straight, the reason is this, because these two lines are parallel, therefore these correspond, this will be congruent to this. But of course, the corresponding angles in relation will be congruent. And that's why I first explained you to find corresponding angles in relation, because only they will be congruent to each other. You can't pick any corresponding angle of one side and corresponding angle of other side. No. They have to be the angles forming L of the same form. Only then they will be congruent to each other. Similarly, for alternate angles also, I will tell the same thing. Line PR is parallel to line TS. Again, I will have to bring it to notice what is the transversal. QU as transversal. Now you know alternate angles. Alternate angles PWV and WVS, they will be congruent to each other. Angle PWV will be congruent to angle WVS. Similarly, angle RWV will be congruent to angle WVT. And for this you will write the reason: alternate interior angles test or property. They are alternate interior angles are always even alternate exterior angles are also congruent. Show you alternate exterior angles. Not a big deal about that. Okay, this is there, and of course now see, remember, when corresponding angles are there, they will be congruent to each other. But when it comes to interior angles, again you will bring it to notice line PR is parallel to line TS, and what is the transversal? QU as transversal. Then what are interior angles? Angle PWV, and interior angle to angle PWV is angle WVT. They will be supplementary. Now what is the equation for supplementary? PWV and WVT. Angle PWV, angle WVT. They are supplementary. Supplementary means when you add these two angles, the sum will be equal to 180 degree. This will be the equation generated because of interior angles test. Angles on same side of transversal. When we have interior angles which are on the same side of the transversal, those two interior angles, sum of those two interior angles will be 180 degree. Similarly here, angle RWV, angle RWV, and who is the interior to that? Angle WVS, angle WVS. If we add these two angles, the addition will be 180 degree. Remember, but this will be possible or is possible only when the two lines are parallel and then the transversal is formed. Now suddenly the form will try to take a shape. Okay, see, one thing is there now. One thing we understood. See, first of all, see how it is changing. First we understood that whenever two lines are cut by a transversal, corresponding angles exist, alternate angles exist, interior angles exist, but they don't have any relation between them. Now when they have a relation, then again when they have a relation, the relation can be set in two different ways. See, my dear students, in one case they will give you lines so and so parallel to so and so. If two lines are parallel, they are parallel, and then they are cut by a transversal. If they are parallel and cut by a transversal, then the corresponding angles will be congruent. You will claim that. You will say lines are parallel, therefore these angles are congruent. Why? Because lines are parallel, they are already present over there. Okay, lines are parallel, therefore alternate angles are congruent. Lines are parallel, therefore interior angles are supplementary. Are you getting, my dear students? Exactly opposite of this. Supposing if I have got two lines, I don't know whether they are parallel or not parallel. I don't know whether they are parallel or not parallel. Like supposing if it is line L, line M, and supposing if this is line N. I don't know if they are parallel or not parallel, but if they give me that this is 100 degree, okay, and this they give me it is 80 degree. Okay, now what I will do is that I will label this. This is as A, this is as B, this is as C. See, my dear student, now they will ask me to identify if line L is parallel to line M. See, exactly ulta. Now they have not given me any information. Actually, I have to identify whether line L is parallel to line M, and they have given me the values of the angles. Now what I should do, I can go in any fashion, my dear students. See, either I should trace this angle is corresponding to which angle or is alternate to each angle. This angle is making a Z over here. So because this is 100 degree, this also has to be 100. No. I can't say that because they are, I don't know whether the lines are parallel or not. I can't claim that these two angles are congruent. No. But angle A is alternate to angle B. This much I know. Angle A is alternate to angle B. Okay. Angle A is alternate to angle B. So I have to know the relation between angle A and angle B. exactly ulta. If angle A and angle B are congruent, now we know angle A and angle B are alternate angles. Alternate angles are there. As long as lines are cut by a transversal, alternate angles exist. So A and B are alternate. They have this form. But what is the relation between them? Are they congruent to each other? If they are congruent to each other, if alternate angles are congruent to each other, then I can say that lines have to be parallel, because only when lines are parallel, then alternate angles are congruent. Are you getting my point? One law is that when lines are parallel, then alternate angles are congruent. I can reverse it. When alternate angles are congruent, line has to be parallel, because otherwise alternate angles will not be congruent. So, to prove the relation between line L and line M, I will have to get the relation between A and B. For that, I will have to know B. A I have already known. To know B, now here I know they are making a linear pair. This B plus this C will be making an angles in linear pair here. So what I will tell, angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Reason, angles in linear pair are supplementary. This is the meaning of supplementary. Supplementary means when you add the two figures, the relation will be is equal to, value will be equal to 180 degree. That's why we call them supplementary. Angle B and angle C, they are angles in linear pair, and angles in linear pair are also always supplementary. Therefore, angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. I know the value of angle C. Angle B plus 80 degree is equal to 180 degree. To find angle B, I will have to shift 80 degree on the other side. I will get angle B is equal to 100 degree. So I have got angle B is equal to 100 degree. And then I will tell, but angle A is also equal to 100 degree. This is given. Therefore, angle B is equal to angle A. This I have got. I have done it by calculation. Angle B is 100 degree, angle A is 100 degree. Both are 100 degree. Therefore, angle B and angle A are equal. They are congruent. And then I have to bring it to notice, but for line L and line M, line N as transversal, if I take these two lines and the transversal line N, then I should bring it to notice angle B and angle A are alternate angles. They are alternate interior angles. I should bring it to notice. I have got these two angles, angle B and angle A are congruent. They are congruent. I have got it by another technique. But now I will to bring it to notice. They are congruent, but they are alternate angles for these two lines and this transversal, angle B and angle A. Angle B and angle A are alternate angles. And these alternate angles are congruent. Therefore, line L has to be parallel to line M. This is converse of alternate angle test. Are you getting, my dear students? So sometimes the questions will be of this form, where they will provide you that the lines are parallel, and then they will ask you to find some angles, or they will ask you to prove some things, some equations. Sometimes lines are parallel will be given. Sometimes angles, measurements of the angles will be given, and you have to see if the lines are parallel or not. Remember, my dear students, in this, whenever lines are parallel is given, lines are parallel, it is given, or you are getting from anywhere by any method. If lines are parallel, then and only then you can claim corresponding angles are congruent, alternate angles are congruent, interior angles are supplementary. Okay, and exactly ulta is, if measurements are given and then you are able to show that two angles which are actually corresponding angles are congruent. First you should get them congruent by other way. get them congruent, and then bring it to notice that these two angles are corresponding angles for so and so lines and so transversal. These two angles are corresponding angles and they are congruent. Then these two lines have to be parallel. Similarly, alternate angles. First show that these two angles are congruent by some or the other way. And once you establish that these two angles are congruent, then bring it to notice that for so and so line and so line, so and so transversal, these two angles are actually alternate angles. And they are congruent above, therefore the lines have to be parallel. Similarly, for interior angles also, we will have to do the same thing. Interior angles, sometimes what happens, they will give you two lines. By some or the other way, they will give this is angle A, this is angle B, and then they will give you, supposing this is 60 degree, supposing this is 120 degree. You get it by one or the other way. Then first, these are interior angles. Now you should write angle A is equal to 60 degree, angle B is equal to 120 degree. This is given. This is definitely line L, line M, line P. First, see, you know that they are interior angles, and interior angles have to be supplementary. Interior angles will not be congruent. So first see whether they are supplementary. Angle A and angle B. Angle A plus angle B, if I add them, what do I get? Angle A is 60 degree plus angle B is 120 degree. That is equal to 180 degree. Now angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. This we have got. And now you have to bring it to notice, but for lines L and M, transversal is line P as transversal. When things are like this, angle A and here you should have angle B, they are interior angles. Now because they are interior angles, therefore interior angles, therefore from 1 line L is parallel to line M. Reason, converse, we are going ulta, converse of interior angles. Test. This is how we have to do, my dear students. See to it. Once you have understood this, then we are allowed and we will be able to solve these questions. Exercise 6.2. Okay, my dear students. Actually, here first I will not go directly everywhere, and there are many important questions also over here. Very, very, very important exercise. See, in this case, find the values of x and y. Then show that AB is parallel to CD. Okay, here we have to show that AB is parallel to CD. Show means again see x and y. If we see x and y, see x and y. They are what type of angles? They are forming alternate angles. If these two angles are congruent, then I can freely say that AB is parallel to CD. But first I will have to calculate the values of x and y. Here they have given AB is parallel to CD, CD is parallel to EF, AB parallel to CD, CD parallel to EF. And then y is to z is equal to 3 is to 7. Y is to z. Okay, find x. So here lines are parallel. AB is parallel to CD, CD is parallel to EF. That means AB is also parallel to EF. All three are parallel to each other. See, this is what actually we did according to us. It is first type of question, where lines are parallel and you have to find the measurements. This is second type of question, where lines are parallel is supposed to be proved. Here again AB is parallel to CD is given, EF is perpendicular, and then you have to find the measurement. This is again I will say first type of a question. Now here also PQ is parallel to ST, PQR. Okay, find angle QRS. So again here this is first type of a question, because lines are parallel is given and you have to prove, you have to find the measurements of the angles. Here also lines are parallel is given. And you have to find the measurements. Here you have to prove that the lines are parallel. Okay, my dear students, so with this, first go through the lecture again properly, and then slowly and steadily we will try to solve these questions. Of course, this second one, they are all very easy, but only thing is that the sixth one, you have to understand the technique of presentation. That is very much important, my dear students. Okay, my dear students, with this I will stop my lecture over here. Kindly go through the video again, and then from tomorrow for the next lecture I will start solving these questions. Once you have a look at these questions properly, it is always nice that you have a look on your own. When you have a look on your own and then you attend my lecture, then you understand better. Okay, my dear students, so with this I stop for the day. Hope you all have understood something. Soon we will understand more in a better way. Stay home, stay safe. Most important, stay happy. Okay, my dear students, love you all. Thank you.